Up at Sunderland this afternoon. Well, it's Pride that they're playing for this afternoon. Let's get team news then from Sam Avery. Hey, Sam.
Hi Luke, and it is 3 changes from the Watford side that lost against Hull City last weekend. In come Keenan Davis, Yasser Asprilla and Hamza Chowdhury. For Leandro Bacuna and Ismail Coney are both dropped to the bench, and João Pedro, who doesn't feature altogether. There have been reports this week suggesting he could be joining Brighton and Hove Albion in the summer. He's not part of the squad today, João Pedro. So Watford line up with Bachmann in goal, back 4 of Camara, Kabasele, Porteous and Andrews, midfield duo Loser and Chowdhury, with Sema, Asprilla and Sarr playing behind striker Davis. On the bench for the Hornets, Hamer and Gakia, Kone, Arouge, Bacuna, Morris and Hoyt as well. Well, Watford go into this one on a run of back-to-back defeats. They haven't lost 3 successive championship games since 2014, and there's a possibility they could away to a Sunderland side with a home sellout crowd this afternoon. They're still very much in the playoff shake-up. They're 7 games unbeaten, the Black Cats, winning 3 of their last 4. The expectation this afternoon is that they'll continue that run, and that Watford will have a tough afternoon ahead of them. They need to show pride between now and the end of the season. They've not been so good at that in recent weeks. It's Sunderland against Watford.
Sam, just on the opponents, we don't usually spend too long talking about the opponents, but I think it's worth mentioning Sunderland today. And I mean, you're going to experience a wonderful atmosphere inside the stadium today. Promoted from League One last season, on the verge and the possibility of playoffs in the Championship this season to get to the Premier League. It's been a wonderful year for Sunderland as a football club.
Yeah, it has. I mean, you know, they're always a big fish in a small pond when they're in League One, weren't they? Like a few other clubs are now, to be fair. It seems like Ipswich and yeah, I mean, they're very much on their way back, Sunderland, and you know, they're very much ahead of schedule, I think, as well. You know, to be promoted from League One and then be in amongst the playoffs, as you say, is phenomenal, and it's been a brilliant 12 months for them. And you know, you look at their squad, you look at the players that they've got, they're all young with a lot of potential. You know, Sirkin at left back, Dan Neal in midfield, a couple of really good young players. Ahmad Jallo's been one of the standout players in the Championship this season. Gelhardt's come in from Leeds and scored a lot of goals. Got a couple of really good young French players in their team as well. So, you know, their recruitment's been really good over the last 12-18 months, probably making up for how poor it was probably in the 5 or 6 year period before that, which relegated them down to League One. But they're certainly on their way back, Sunderland, and this will be a really difficult test for Watford, obviously, with the crowd and how well Sunderland are playing.
What about in our game in the Championship? Watford in action, Sam Avery.
It's finished here, Sunderland 2, Watford 2. Sunderland coming from 2 goals down to draw 2-2. Watford, who were leading through Kabasele with the first half header, added to by Ryan Porteous with the second half header, both from corners. But Watford's 2-0 advantage lasted barely a minute. Luke O'Nien pulling one back for Sunderland, turning in from Pritchard's volley. And as Sunderland pushed for a late equaliser, Watford retreated and couldn't quite hold on. Patrick Roberts with a 95th minute equaliser, a wonderful finish it was, left-footed from the right corner of the penalty area into the top corner, and Sunderland almost stole in with a winner in the 7th minute of added time, had it not been for a last-ditch tackle from Sema to deny an effort at the far post. Great drama, but Watford again throwing away a 2-goal lead on the road. Sunderland 2, Watford 2.